everything going on from the PlayStation maintenance people. Cool. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the World Series of 2025, the Manufacturers Cup. Long story short, something has happened that I wasn't actually expecting to happen, and I will show you this real quick. Some fucking how, by some miracle, I'm in 6th place for the local rankings. Now, that's not the shocking part. Actually, yes it is, considering that is the entirety of New South Wales. How the fuck have I done that? Now, Queanbeyan's a very small place, so I'm not really worried about Queanbeyan. But somehow, I've pulled out a fucking 6th place in New South Wales. How the fuck have I done that? I don't know. And with only 52 points. So hopefully this will actually show that we can get somewhere with this stuff. Let me quickly just turn off this and I will get back to it. So there we go. Right. I don't know how the hell I've managed it. Somehow. Somewhere I've managed it. That's so, considering I had a shocking start last time, and me saying that, it really was a absolute shocker, by the way. The whole thing was actually shocking. It wasn't exactly great, and then I redeemed myself off camera, funnily enough. Don't know how I managed to do that either. Don't ask me. I finished, started in 12th, got to 6th. And yeah, that kind of bumped up my points a lot, and then turns out I'm here. So, interesting. So what we're doing right now, we're just waiting for the Daytona Road Course to open up, and we will then get to it. It's going to be interesting, and I'm going to see how I go. I'm not going to promise anything to anyone. So yeah, we'll see what we can do. Let's see what we can do. So I kind of got all my phones, don't mind that noise, kind of got all my phones running. And we're going to roll over here a little bit. So, we're in. I do want to get a few quick little laps in. I just want to make sure that I've got my strategy, quote unquote, strategy down correctly. Thanks to a lot of the people overnight / this morning at Stupid I Am from SRT trying to help me out. So that is our racing league. If you guys want to check that out, I've got a link. Well, not so much a link, but I've got a lot more videos in my, on my YouTube. You can come and check us out. We're always a part of Lovier. Thank you very much to FKR, Cement, Car Gods, and Williston. So that's actually a lot of fun for us. There is one up there, SRT Tez. He's a part of us from Lobby A. And yeah, it'll be interesting to just have a quick run around. So, let's get into it. Once again, we are just have a quick run around. Try and get our ball bearings back. Considering after everything that happened this morning. We are back again in the inside of the BMW. This is the Sprint series. So we'll see how we go. just got to get used to driving this back a little bit, so. So yeah, my last lap record is a 148.8. We're going to see if we can beat that alternately, but it's just so I can kind of get my ball bearings back in. Oh wow, that was disgusting through there. So it'll get better as we go along. That is the plan, hopefully, so. Once again, free practice, nothing really matters. I'm gonna just drive me around a little bit. So you're going to see a gold thing down the bottom of the radar, and that is just my AI/ghost. And right now it's fucking me. It was not a great lap for me, the first one. But we'll see how we go. This is going to be a very interesting race no matter what we do. That corner there is going to always be the bane of my existence. To try and get traction off of that is horrendous, absolutely disgusting. Oh yeah, I shifted up a little bit too quick there, yes I did. But we'll soon see what happens here. Through the bus stop and out the other side. Let's go. My ghost is right there, so very interesting to see. Very interesting to watch my ghost go through, and it is just so much quicker through here than I was. Terrible line on my behalf, and that's overdriven a little bit. That's okay, we're going to do this because I feel as if that's restricting me a little bit more than I wanted to. So remember how I said that this corner coming up is really nasty? Well, it is extremely nasty if you get it wrong. It will spin you, and it's not fun. Still all over the road though, that's kind of a problem. Especially when you've got other cars, so I can actually use my ghost as like a tool of some sort, telling me exactly where I am on the track, and you're going to see me do some very interesting things with this AI, like dive bomb it to see just how quick I can actually go through all the corners. You're going to see me take different lines and different gears into every other corner and see what we can do. So right now, this last sector here has been really slow for me on the last lap, and we're about to overtake it again by actually quite a decent margin. really pushing the car actually to its main limits of grip and mechanical traction. Right now you can see the car starting to slide wide on me. Somehow I've managed to actually keep ahead of it all, so I'm happy with that. Oh, is it going to go wide again? No, we're good. Chuck her on a third and just let it rip. Closed in a lot, but now we're going to gain time. This is where this particular strategy does work well. As I saw today, this particular style of driving I've only just picked up literally this morning at stupid AM, might I add. So it was incredible to actually get some driving tips and strategies off of the boys of SRT. I should probably actually put a few logos of theirs on this car, but also, actually, I'm probably going to anyway, let's be fair. Luckily for me, I am using my left foot to brake, which isn't terrible, it's interesting. With 5 minutes to go before matchmaking starts, I think we're doing alright with a 1:47.2. Can we get... Oh, there it is. There's the mechanical grip that I was talking about, and that's where it loses it. Just got to be careful on this track. It's not hard to fuck it on this course. So during the race, you know, I'm happy to do it on here because, well, duh. There's no one else to race except myself. Oh, it's done it again. That was a horrific corner. That's what I mean, and this is just going to get real sloppy from here on out. What a horrendous lap this has been. This has been fucking disgusting, getting all crossed up. But that is what it is. We've always got next lap to try again. But a 1:47.2 isn't too bad. It's much better than 1:48 point whatever I had originally, so I'm happy with it. Just to get the rotation right, you do want to lightly tap on that brake. And yeah, I mean, hopefully if everything goes to plan, we'll actually... I don't want to say confident that I'm going to do well because there are a lot better drivers than me, but I mean, I'm in with a good shout, so I should be okay to do it. We'll see how we go though. We're going to try that really deep inside line, and it's worked out well. It has paid off, but how well has it paid off? Go. Oh, it's ahead of me. You'll be able to see him. There he is. Hello, friend. And I'm back on the grass. No, I didn't have to touch the grass. Thank God for that. We're about to now. Whew. Limit of the grass. Interesting little battle we're having, me and my own little ghost. Very interesting. And sometimes you'll see me do it, sometimes you won't. You might see me flick the accelerator a little bit, you might see me flick the brake. It all depends on how I enter into the corner and is how I feel about the car at the current second. Because this particular driving style is all about how the car is meant to feel and what it feels like and what's the control meant to be to fix said problems. And it's interesting to note that. So we're not going to catch him again, but we do have another couple laps here. We'll get maybe one more in. Here we go, deep dive into the middle. That's paid off though quite nicely. But will it stick? Has it stuck? I'd say it has. There's our friend back there, and we're actually pulling away from him quite nicely now, so see what we can do. Pull it up again. Oh, have I lost it all? My own ghost certainly does not want me to absolutely fucking flog him. Who would have thought? But no, you're going to see me do some very weird shit with the gears. Coming into the chicane and the bus stop, whatever you want to call it. It is normally called the bus stop, and it has paid off there, so knocking it down to the third real quick and then bringing it back up to fourth does pay off, especially onto the outskirts of that corner. When you're coming outside of the corner there, you need all the control you can get, and hopefully knocking it down a gear will raise your revs and keep the car steady. I know it's not how it normally works, but that's how it works in the game, and I don't know why it is. I guess it's just the car. Oh, we've ran it wide. Hello. For the last 15 seconds, we can watch the ghost run away real quick. Hello, goodbye, ghost. So 146.9 is not terrible, but it's not great either. Here we go, matchmaking is starting. Oh. We're about to see how we go. Oh, we did. Wow. So due to all of the outages, I'm guessing there are going to be a lot of people not here and that are going to be really annoyed. This is the first time I've ever seen a 5-car race for the exhibition. I don't know how to think about this. So here we go. That was actually interesting to look at. I'm on 52 points. The bloke above me is on 50. What? One of them just left. That's fine. So Key Fierce is the man I need to beat with a 118 active points. Interesting. So this race as well will actually be taking on fuel and tyres. As you can see in the top right corner there where it says final. We might not even get to run this. Everyone is on medium tyres. I'm not too sure if that's, what we're supposed to be running. Hello, we got one person back in. Chill. I guess everyone's just waiting. I don't even know if we're meant to be jumping into anything else. I've got terrible Wi-Fi, but that's Australia. That is just Australian Wi-Fi, but this is the shortest and, yeah, very much so, the least amount of people I think I've ever seen in the lobby, especially of the Manufacturer Cup. So, here's what we need to do. We basically I don't really care where I begin, as long as I end up within the top 2, I'll be happy. If I end anything lower than that, even though a 4th place would be amazing, I kind of want a little bit higher than that, and I know I'm, asking for a lot, and I think it just died. Nope, we're good. Let's go. First cab off the rank. And the dude behind me is actually Key Fierce. Oh boy. Interesting. It's going to be very, very interesting how this all plays out. The 911 around here should be good. This is what he's driving, so we'll see what we can do. Once again, this is just your outlap. You're not too concerned about it. You just want to get your tyres warmed up and put a bit of distance between you and the opposition as well. So, or your competitors in this case. Without absolutely binning it. So he won't be too interested in catching up to me, and I'm not too interested in him catching up to me. So it kind of works out in each other's favour. We've got a nice looking gap between all four cars actually, so that's alright. Am I nervous? Slightly. Should I be nervous? Yeah, I'd say so. But other than that, cool, calm and collected. As we all know, racing is racing. Shit happens, and we get a little angry about it every now and again. We shouldn't, but we do, and it's just in the heat of the moment. But anyway, that is a 133.8 on the outlap. Here we go, we're going to start it off. So for the first lap of this, you won't actually know who's got the quickest lap because it won't actually show it just yet. It'll show it eventually, but it'll all come down to the very bottom, or the very, bottom left of the screen there with everyone's time. And the one who comes first will always get into the purple underneath the leaderboard. And I don't like old mate catching up to me. That's not great to see. So that means I've actually lost some time throughout this. Which, I mean, it is what it is. Can't help it, so. He is very quick to the bus stop. I'm not too bad, but I could be quicker. Not by much, because once again, the limitation and the grip of this car is not there. So we're going to do it. It's the only way to think, I believe. So we're going to see what we can do. It's a 147 across the line. What can everyone else do? There it is, a 146.9. He's only just ahead of me, fuck him. 0.400th of a second. 400th of a second off is where I need to find all that pace, and I do not know if we're going to find it, if I'm going to be completely honest with you. The Porsches have always looked good, and he is catching. He is catching big time, so. It's really down to this lap, and I don't need to fuck it, but I've already fucked it as it is. We're just showing nothing but red, so we're going to crank that back up because, yeah, that was horrific. But will we even get to finish this lap? We probably will. Yeah, we will. He's just so quick through this bus stop. I'm just watching him in my side view mirror. It won't be anything too good, but it might keep me in second. We're about to find out. Might, and it doesn't. We'll see what happens. 146.3 is what he got. That's an incredible run. I'm a 1 minute off of him now. What are the other two got? Wildcat stays there with a 1.2 seconds behind the leader. And what does the other Porsche get? A 1.259. It is quite close. Yeah, I believe it's all going to come down to the pit strategies that everyone has and everything else under the sun. Now, if you've got a good pit strategy and you actually know what you're trying to do here, you might make it work. It all comes down to pit strategy. So, yeah. Whew. Just got to race hard, enjoy it, and it does take an hour, so this is going to be a lot of fun for everyone, I hope. So I started off where I wanted to. Pretty happy about that, in all fairness. And then we'll see what happens with the race. We'll see if I can finish in this position, because I don't want to go down. So, first place we get 91 points, second 88, third 84, fourth is 80, and fifth is 76. Now, no one's coming fifth. So no matter what, the minimum points we will score is 80 points. This is going to be very intriguing to see how this all works out. It's going to be very interesting. Well. So at some stage, everyone will have to pit. It is not a mandatory pit, but at the end of the day, it's still going to need people to pit, and it depends on when you want to pit, or when you have to pit. And here we go again, the stupid montage that is the Manufacturers' Cup. God, this fucking montage gives me the shits. Well, that was intriguingly boring, but anyway, this won't be. Hopefully. There's the mighty shit talkers. And I believe it is a rolling start. Damn. 15 laps, pit somewhere in the middle. This is going to be a very, very interesting circuit. Now, because there is so little of us, slipstreaming is going to be your best friend. If you fall out of the toe of any of these cars, you might as well call your race done. You will not catch up unless they crash out. So not only do we have to worry about thinking about when we're going to pit, we now have to worry about staying in the slipstream. And we have a good launch. We have an awesome launch, actually. Wow, wow, wow. him forward, that's fine. I'd rather propel him forward than take him out, especially this early on. He just seems to brake so heavy. And I just got to get used to it. Oh, that was terrible. That's on the grass. Now, where does he get all this speed? I'm guessing it's going to be along the back straight here. So if you remember what I said about the slip, those two behind us are actually out of it, and I'm also out of his. Luckily for me that I'm slowly coming back up to his, and they're not coming back up to me. So third and fourth are essentially written off from this point on, but they're not entirely because we've only just started. But you can see just what that slipstream can actually do to pull you back forwards, back into the race. And he is very quick through the chicane. So quick through it. Like we knew he would be. And everyone else is just there behind, which is fine. Once again, I don't think I have a lot to say about this Porsche. Don't have a whole lot to challenge it with either. Other than top line speed, but that's about it for me. Oh, don't touch that! What am I stuck on? Wow. Wow. Don't know where the fuck that concrete barrier came from, but it is what it is. And what I should probably do after that... Oh, it's really hard to steer now. That'll disappear though. There it goes. We're good now. How quick can we catch back up? Because now it's a game of me catch up, everyone else run away. And I think I've absolutely fucking binned this one. Oh well. What is going on? It's this fucking stream again, I swear. When I'm looking at everything, and I do legitimately mean everything, whenever I stream, something goes wrong, horrendously wrong with everything. And I like streaming, you know, like I really, really do. But it needs to be something else that doesn't cause me to fucking bin it all the time. However, we're going to keep pushing on. Do you see what I mean? First is gone from these guys. And I've now got to catch up somehow to second and third. It's a risk you got to take though, so that inside line. Everyone knows it, and it's not great when you hit it, but it is what it is. And I probably will be doing another one after this, just in case shit went sideways, which it did, but nonetheless, I'm still getting 80 points because of how little people there are, so I'm not ultimately upset about this. I'm just going to race my race and see what happens, and remember what happened to most things when it comes to this race. Woohoo. You know, I may not catch up again, but I don't. I mean, of course I care. I'd love to be in the fight. And you'll be watching the timing gauge on the left-hand side. You move up and down consistently. It's just what it does. I don't even think it's really that accurate. Unless one of them ups a spin and then you roughly know, oh, cool, he's 8 seconds ahead of me. That's about it. He is so quick through that bus stop, though, the first fella. Key Fierce, he's just really quick through it. during practice I learned that you cannot run below the apron for an X amount of time, otherwise you will get reset back towards the bus stop. So that's pretty funny to learn. I just lost a whole fucking second out of doing that. What the fucking hell? Are you not going to turn? So it said that corner back there is going to be a big, big problem. And it always is a big, big problem. What a shame. It ended so early. It was a stupid mistake, and that happens. That's racing. Cat and the other fella seem to be having an amazing battle at the moment. And I think I've driven this way too deep, but we're about to find out. Here we go. Turns out we didn't drive it in too deep at all. We actually did alright. That's kind of shocking. Oh, please don't. I'm always worried it's just not going to turn. Now, I actually have no idea about how these guys are with fuel. I'm fairly certain the Porsche is pretty good, and that's about all I know. I haven't exactly measured the other cars, because I don't exactly own the other cars, nor do I even own a Porsche. But I know a lot of people who do own the Porsche, and they do say it's quite fuel consumption is very low on that car, which intrigues me a little bit. You're going to see me do some very interesting things with the gears and everything else to do with this particular car at the moment. I'm just pushing to get back up there. And I'm trying really hard to push, like disgustingly hard to push, and I don't know if it's working or not. Like, you always see that time just jump up and down, up and down, up and down. You never really know what you're doing. Somehow I've managed to lose it all in that corner. I've never understood how. Oh, I understand that though. That's interesting. We've gone very wide. I just lost all grip. There it is again. You're going to also see that the tyre wear in this car is not even at all. So once again, no matter what happens in this race, I'm still getting 80 points and I'm not upset. And because I feel cheated, yeah, I know, right? How horrendous. I'm going to be doing the next one as well. So we're going to be doing another round of this shit, and hopefully I don't fucking bin it into the first fucking corner. You know, that'd be pretty sick. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. I had him down to a fucking 11 second. What the hell happened? So, I'm going to pit. And I've decided this. Because... Where is it? There. We're going to chuck on new tyres. Now the reason being, yeah, sure, I may not be right behind them, but I can keep pushing for longer, and I know for a fact that I will be able to make it. Whereas these guys will be doing, if they pit, they're going to pit, but if they don't, then they're in the risk zone of actually not just burning through tyres, but also sliding off track and or running out of fuel. Now, if you run out of fuel in this game, you get automatically slowed down to 80k an hour. At least kilometers for, you know, all of us who do kilometers per hour. Yeah, you end up getting slowed down to that particular speed, and that's where you stay until you get more fuel into you by going to the pits. And if that's how this works out, well then, yeah. Now, I believe what we said was a 33 to 38 second pit stop, if I remember rightly. I cannot quite remember what we were talking about, especially when it comes to the timing. We had so many conversations about so many things. It wasn't funny, but either way, it could bring me back into the fray or it won't. It's just entirely up to the game gods and how far these guys are willing to push their car before it breaks. Now, the cool thing about this is I personally don't care about what place I come. These guys are all like absolutely argy-bargying each other. Wildcat and old mate there, who I cannot pronounce, nor am I going to try because that's a fuck around to find out. They're really pushing hard and they're burning through tyres quicker than I will be just running around on my own. And they're also slowing each other up, which is letting the leader run away more and getting a decent gap on them all. Now, with that being said, if the leader comes in this lap, he'll still stay the leader. But I will be a lot closer, and my tyres, he may not put tyres on. It all depends on what he decides to do. Remember, I've filled up completely. I don't have to worry about that anymore. Like, at all. I don't need to worry about that. What I somewhat need to worry about a little bit is actually tyre management. But even then, I'm not too worried either because of just what I've done. You don't have to pit if you don't want to. So I don't believe there is a, you know, mandatory pit stop. I could be wrong though. I didn't see it in the rule book. Aha! There he is. Old mate's into the pits because guess what? His tyres are shot. So I just want to make it through here nice and safe. We're going to pump it out the other side. You beauty. He also might put fuel in, and if he does put fuel in, he's probably going for more tyres as well. It all depends on what he wants to do, but you probably need a little bit more fuel, so you have to calculate every possible thing. What do we reckon? Am I going to beat him out of there? Here we go. 56 is all he's put in there. Okay, interesting strategy. So 56% worth of fuel is in his fuel tank right as we speak. Well, how much have I got? Probably a little bit more than that, 67%. Okay, interesting. You see, I'm turboed. I'm not too sure if they are or not. What also really somewhat annoys me is how much of a gap there actually is once they come out of the pits. But that's just me personally. I guess the strategy here didn't quite work out, but it has in a sense because I am a lot closer to them than what I was. Now, everyone should have their own breathing room and everyone should be happy. Once again, it all depends on if he put tyres on and what is done and all the other shit that I've already said. Pit strategies are an amazing thing and they really can make or break your race. Wildcats in. So, my guess is Key Fierce may pit next time round, or he's not going to pit at all. But we're about to find out, because I believe that I'm not going to be close enough to old mate here, who's only got 40% left of fuel. Now, the more fuel that you have left at the end of the race, obviously the better it is for you, but it's more weight and everything else under the sun. Now, the closer you pit to the end of the race, could be a good thing and it could also be a bad thing, and I believe I'm way too far back to do anything. Yes, I am. But those two are now back fighting and I'm only 14 behind them. Which... oh, that was a slide. These two are going to go at it. He might not have actually put brand new tyres on. Because he's probably thinking, now, what's the point? But I'm telling you, the point of that is just push. You need to be able to push on this track. It's a fast track. It's technical with lots of different cambered corners, especially the high oval banks of the Daytona circuit, might we add. So there are a lot of different tyres and a lot of different tyre wear patterns that you'll see. Is in. So, oh! One of them's had a spin. We're not going to beat the leader. There's no way, but we might get to third. We're about to find out what we can actually do because we are coming up hot as fuck. Key Fierce has just gone back into the lead. Just pulling away because he was on the straights a lot earlier and a lot better than I was. Oh, so we are getting to the nitty gritty of this. This is where we're going to see a few more mistakes made, hopefully not by me, but at the end of the day, I've already had my mistake and it's already ruined my race, so meh. You know, there's no point in envisioning yourself first when obviously you're probably not going to come first. But I'll take a 4. Let's see what he does this time, eh? Let's do this nice and fast through the bus stop, and we're through, we're good. Is actually that little bit extra quicker, and I'm actually a little bit quicker through this back part of the sector. This is where I'm catching him, but it's not enough to make a big difference. And once again, this is what I was saying, once once you get in that slipstream, you're there, but once you're out of it as well, you're not. You know, there's a hard chance for you to catch up again because he's already flying off again. So don't do it. There it is, that wall. We can get really close to it, but we don't want to get too close to it. That's how we die, okay? Just to clarify, that wall there is how you die. It is a race killer. Like, that is the end of your race car. Done days, you're done for the whole weekend, sort of thing. Not worth it. I do not recommend smacking the fuck out of that. Oh, Wi-Fi just went down in 100%. I could be jumping around on their end. God knows what's happened. But I've gone from an okay connection to absolute garbage. Hopefully my shit will get fixed, but I'm not overly worried about it. Should be, but I'm not. There it goes. Hello, we're back. Here we go, through the bus stop. Hello. I don't know what he done then. He went really high for some unknown reason and brought it way back down low. You might have to watch the replay for that one. I'm still all over the shop when it comes to this Wi-Fi. So, you know what? Something tells me he might not have changed tyres. But then again, he's driving a lot harder than I am. But I've just seemed to have made a lot of ground for some unknown reason, so of course that probably will change. Just keep your eye on that watch. Oh, I'd hate to get a penalty around about now, though. I'm not gonna lie, it would fucking suck. We are flying. I hope you understand this. Actually fucking flying. Pull away just a little bit, and we're going to let him pull away just a little bit too. Oof. That was not what we needed. We need another clean lap. Come on. Tyres are going. But we'll see what we can do. He's really not taking a good line for this. And I really, really want to catch him. But I don't know if I will. knows what's about to happen here. He might just keep me at bay at 2 seconds. Final lap though. Gotta do something special. Be a penalty. Hold your breath. We won't catch him. Or we might, we don't know. Hang on a minute. Nah, there's no way in fuck. But 4th place, that's not terrible, even though there was only 4 races. Oh, and it is absolutely pouring. Well, I'll be. 38,000, 104. Yeah, that's insane. Yeah, makes sense. Not bad. 132 points in total. Only 17 seconds off of him. That's not terrible either. So I'm actually not too bad. I just wish I wouldn't have binned it. But we will have one more. Because that was just... We'll do one more. Fuck it. Why not? But yeah, honestly, that race wasn't terrible. Could have been a lot better. I couldn't have, probably shouldn't have smacked it into the wall that hard, but I did. So long story short, the way it should work is you basically want to follow the leader in. Now, the cool part about the pit strategies is if you can read the other person off by heart, then you should be right. However, if you can't, there's going to be an issue. Speaking of issues, my Wi-Fi decided to fuck up. I'm not even on Wi-Fi. Okay, that's interesting. So you're gonna hear a lot of scratching and shit. That's literally the rain. So I am sorry about that whenever I'm talking quiet. So, what do we got here? So, long story short, with a minute 35 to go, I'm not going to worry about doing another whole practice lap. Not really going to worry about a lot of things. If I'm going to be completely honest with you. But no, honestly, that race wasn't bad. It could have went a lot better. I'm still really, really shocked at the fact that there was only, 4 people involved. That kind of scared me. Yes, it means there's a higher chance of me winning, but it also means that whoever's there has got to be determined to win this. Absolutely determined. Now, this next one, I may not get better than 80 points. So the way this works is throughout all of these different ones that you saw, the time allocations, we started at 15, now on 16, 17, 18, and it goes up to like 21 or 22. I can't quite remember. But anyway, the way this works is that they'll combine, not so much combine, but they'll look at your best ranks and like the best races you did, and they'll pick out the highest, number of points that you got. And in each particular race, and whichever one was the biggest. So my first one's 80. Let's say I didn't do anything better than 80 for the whole of the thing. That's the one they're gonna pick. Thank God for that. And yeah, look, BOP doesn't work either. Let's be fucking real about this. BOP is the most annoying thing in my existence, and it just irks me. Because we're apparently meant to have every car, in a nice, compatible field. And a lot of these cars don't go together. It's like cheese and chalk, alright? It just doesn't work. So no, we won't be staring at this screen the entire time. I probably will go back into free practice and fuck around for a little bit. And at this point, I should say that it has been a lot of fun actually taking part in this event again after a couple years hiatus due to me just not thinking I was up to it, and I really wasn't. I've actually come a lot better since I've started playing Gran Turismo. As you do, you get a lot quicker as, you get better at driving and understand the lines more and all that. And yeah, it's just a lot of fun. Once you understand racecraft and, the rules and regulations of it, and also helps that I am a track marshal for the FIA and Motorsport Australia, so that helps. That really, really does help, and all of it comes together in this great big ball of passion and love. And I honestly do not know how to feel about passion and love being in the same sentence when it comes to motorsports. Doesn't quite sound right, but she'll be right. Now, look, honestly, the car didn't go terribly. It went alright, I'm not gonna lie. It was probably just up to me, aka the driver error. However, I didn't spin it. So I'm improving something. Throughout the whole practicing this morning at Stupid AM, I was doing nothing but spinning it, so I was pretty fucking wild. Once again, the noise that you hear, the static in the background while I'm talking, is actually the rain hitting the roof and a few other bits and pieces. Like, it's mainly just rain. So, don't mind that too much. Wow, I've been talking for the whole 2 minutes and my brain hasn't stopped. My God. Maybe I should become a commentator. Maybe I should listen to those boys at SRT. I don't know what you lads think of, or want to encourage in me, but I swear to God, you are quite interesting bunch of blokes. And might I add, what an amazing, amazing job it has been from the admins and, of course, everyone involved in the SRT group to actually all come together, and every Friday night we put on a V8 Supercars showdown. So that was the 4th round that I've recently showed off the other night. where we had to give a 1 minute silence and to a dear friend of ours who's had a bit of a problem, a bit of a family matter to go and attend to. So we decided to rock around in last night with the black ribbon of remembrance and mourning on the back of our cars. A lot of them were on the back of the cars, a few other bits and pieces were everywhere else. And yeah, it was really, really cool how we've all just come together for that. So if you want to join a community and a league that is very much based around not so much being a pro, but more or less like if you're an amateur, you get chucked into a different lobby with us all. So we have 3 lobbies, A, B, and C. And the way it all works is if you're, brand new or you're not that confident, you'll probably start off in C lobby. And then as you progress in C, you might get up to B. And once you get up to B and you fool around in there for a bit, and as you start winning some more races in B, you might get the chance to come and race us, which is lobby A. And that was huge. I don't know if we heard that over the stream or not, but that was huge. So remember, I've been streaming now for just over an hour. And so we don't know whether or not this stream is going to end. I don't know if my entire if the power could go out. We don't know anything just yet until it happens. It did happen last night, ironically enough, just after the race of the not the GR3s, of our V8 supercars. So it wasn't great that it happened. But no, the car went well. SRT, great group. Absolutely just top-notch blokes. And of course, women. And of course, we are always looking for more members. So find us on Facebook, SRT. Find us on here. Send me a message. Do whatever you want to do. Just feel free. And we'll try and get you into the next possible league as possible. We're always running different events. I think in a couple days' time is the Radicals, if I'm correct. And that'll be round 4 of the Radicals, which I forgot completely about round 3. So round 3 was an interesting match. And I'm supposed to drive in the Radicals. I believe I'm going to drop out, though. Just because I got a lot on my plate when it comes to all the other leagues and so much of the other races that SRT actually have. So let me have a quick look. Wow. Let me have a quick look actually into the standings of both the V8 lobby and the Radical lobbies real quick. It's all on Discord as well, so, Discord is an amazing app that we all use, and it really, really helps put things into order and everything. So, this was for what? That was Radical race results. So what I want is the Radical point standings. And at the moment, once my phone loads, so first, oh wow, holy shit, that was audible. So, as I was about to say, oh wow, I'm not even in this. Cool. Alright. So there's 26 drivers now in the Radicals. Khan, I'm going to just list off the top 5, by the way, and maybe 10, we'll see. But Khan, of course, is number 1 in the Radicals. We saw that coming. He's also coming extremely high up into the realm of the V8 supercars, right? I think he's second in that. But we'll go through that race in a couple of minutes. Jamie is an aka Jinx. You won't see him often, but he does race with us in the Radicals, I believe. He's in Lobby B. And he's in second place right now, so that's pretty good. Third place, we've got Cartman, aka SRT Tez. Everyone loves Tez's and his Tez's jokes. He's in third right now. Go Home Drunk, aka Shannon. Or Shan. He is also the host of Lobby B for the V8 Supercars. So we won't actually see him race until we get into the Radicals. And he's actually in fourth place. Peter Mund, aka Pirate Pete, our head man of Lobby A. He's in 5th place, I believe. Sorry, no, he's in 4th. Lazaro, aka Crazy Monkey, 5th. 6th is Cheeky Ballhair. Yeah, some of these guys just have interesting names, alright? We're not going to question it. We're not going to talk about it. So, that rounds out your top 6. Somewhere in here is me, I think. However, that was just the Radicals. So, your Radicals are doing quite well, as we can clearly tell. Good luck to all of them, especially Khan, considering everything that's going on. Good luck, mate. We wish you the best. And, the point standings for the V8. Now, this is where it gets interesting. This is not including last night's race. This actually includes last week's race. So last week, I actually done okay. I came up from 17th place to 10th. Surprisingly, I don't know how I've managed that. Oh, hang on. Is that right? Hang on a minute. Maybe not. Okay, no, so I've actually moved up to 22nd. Cool. Which is fine. Khan, once again, is in 1st. S. Fletcher is in 2nd. Andrel, aka Nubbly Baker. Now, you'll see him actually in Lobby A fair bit more now. He's made his way up. Arby, I'm not too sure what lobby he's in, but he is in 4th. 5th place is once again Go Home Drunk, aka Shannon. El Polo. Now, El Polo is actually in our lobbies. He's a very quick driver. Almost as good as Khan and almost as good as Fletcher, and is still as much as quick as both of them. And he rounds out our top 6. And it's a very interesting... I've been trying to mention this all... I've been trying to find a good time to actually talk about how we all are standing in the points for the V8s and for SRT in general. We've got 3 minutes to go. I don't know how the hell I've managed to keep this going. I really don't. My voice box is shot. But it is what it is. Hopefully everything doesn't die on me. Hopefully. And, yeah. Right as I say that, too. We get that giant crack of the lightning. And, once again, this is just the storms that are happening here around, my parts. And yes, it's going over the top of me. I'm fairly certain it's coming back around, though. But we'll soon find out. But no, so that's where SRT stands. Once again, we're always open to new people. So we would love to have more people come in, considering everything that's going on, and a lot of people just, as expected, have a life and don't always show up. So, yeah, that's right. So last night we did do Kyoto Driving Park, Yamagiwa. Round 5. So we're actually halfway through this. Next race, we're going to Laguna Seca. And we're about to find out something. We're about to find out something very serious, because this is the 5th round. We are halfway through the championships. And it's somewhat terrifying. So the rest of the lineup goes: Nürburgring Sprint for round 6, Atlanta Michelin Raceway round 7, round 8 is Watkins Glen, and round 9 is Tsukuba. Now, round 10 is something that we all know and love, and a lot of us Australians do know and love. It's Mount Panorama. Ironically enough, everyone doesn't quite understand that, so it's Bathurst. It is Bathurst, is what we're driving around. Which is fucking cool that we actually finally get to do it. However, I've just figured this out. I do not believe we'll be here for that. But we will have a quick conversation with the owners about that one, with the SRT boys, and see what happens. But no, that's what's happening here. With 50 seconds to go, might as well put down the phone and try to race a bit more. I know I sound like I'm getting bored of this when I'm really not. I believe that the storm is actually going away from us, so. Just like that, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to find out how many people are actually racing in this particular one. So remember, there was only 5 of us last time, but turned out to be 4, and we've only got 4 again. And I believe, as you know, I'm not going to say anything because now we're up against something completely different. There are no Porsches. Is that a good thing? I don't actually know. I know that the Supra is quick. I know that the NSX is decently quick. But I'm the only one here with points, and he just joined, but he might bug off again. We don't know, so it could be a 3-man race. Oh no, it is going to be a 4-man race again. So this is what I was saying earlier about the lobbies and the PlayStation Network not working for anyone. For some unknown reason, the maintenance for the PlayStation is down and out, and is affecting a lot of the Australians right now. Otherwise, half of this would be filled up with Australians and New Zealanders and everyone who is around the my area, and not 18 plus hours away. But we're about to find out if this is going to work out well. The GR Supra I know is quick. I don't know about the NSX. Here we go. This is going to be interesting, and hopefully, pray to fucking Jesus that we do not hit that fucking wall again. I swear to God, if I fucking hit it, I'm going to quit. Let's see where we come and let's see what happens. We've got 2 cars already going out. I want that 3rd car to go now, preferably. Hey, look at that, I called it. Right, let's give him a little bit of room. We'll let him get out of the pits, and away we go. So the first 2 cars obviously didn't give space. The 3rd car gave a little bit of space, and I gave a little bit more space in the 3rd car. So we're about to see what happens here. This is going to be interesting because they're already fighting. Once again, I do not care, really. It is just an outlap, so this outlap, yeah, sure, it's important, and yes, it'll give you a benchmark of how quick you should be, or at least what that lap time is going to look like, plus a couple seconds. But it's also going to show us who and what is quicker. Is it going to be the NSX, or is it going to be the Supras? My money is not on me on this one. Again, My reason being, I've versed Supras and I've versed a few NSXs, and I haven't really understood the NSX because my brain is always onto the Supras. The Supras are quick, they're agile, they're nimble, and they're going to be incredibly hard to catch. And they usually are, and they know this, the sneaky little bastards. And the only way to catch a Supra is basically with its pants down, and hopefully, you know, one of them will bugger it up. Now, mine's gone straight back down to red, so that's not great to see. That means that I could be bouncing all over the road for other people. Oh, I'm back up. But I could be bouncing all around the place. I also could just not have a good lap. Stay well clear of that fucking boundary. Right, have they figured themselves out? Yes, they have, finally. So, first and second, I should say, have now figured out their differences and are now peaceful with each other. They've given each other room to play with. They've given each other a bit of breathing space, if you will. Which could be interesting because this is where it matters, and I've already binned it by, you could tell the arse end was sliding. Not so much the front end, which is kind of surprising for this car because the front end loves to slide. But I need to start catching, otherwise I'm not going to be it. I feel like I'm just driving like an old grandma at this point. But that's just me, personally. Once again, we know those Supras are quick. The NSX is going to be quick. And it's going to be interesting to see how this goes. Once again, I'm back in the red. But we don't know who's going to put a fast time down, and we really don't know this yet. So a 147.3 for the man in front, 147.9 for second. Hello, a 146.4. And I believe that was actually one of the, I believe that was the NSX. I don't think that was a Supra. I could be wrong though, but that thing is absolutely flying, whatever it is. It's got somewhere to be, and he knows it. He absolutely knows it. No one is behind me, they're all in front of me. Remember to breathe, apparently, otherwise you pass the fuck out. And that's not good on the racetrack either, might I add. .088 is me in second place, but that could change if I get a good run. It sounded okay, that's a .0067, and there's not quite enough at the moment. And there is less than a second between me and first place, so I just got to dig deep here, I guess, without doing anything stupid, and that's at the end of it. That's going to be a penalty. That hurt. That sucked. Yep, there it is. I don't know what happened there, but the car just didn't want to turn. Not enough for my liking, at least, and this would have been a great lap, but it ain't it. However, we're going to keep trying, but I don't think we're going to do any better than what we've got. So, third it is. I can only go one lower, but I could definitely go two above. Let's see. And it was a Supra that got first. And I caught up to the NSX almost. Interesting. So really, the Supra actually starts behind me. I wonder, is it because those two are fighting so much at the start of it? it really does play a big part into racing, is the fighting aspect of it. And the more you fight, the less time you actually make up, and you actually lose a lot of time. Things happening like crashes and little bumps and nips and knobs and everything else under the sun. And so yeah, it all depends on what way it's going to run. The NSX is very close to the timeage. 147.2 and a 147.3. That's ridiculous. Well, let's see. Can we make a clean race out of this one? With 132 points under my belt. And after this, we will be quickly going to check the minimum number of pit stops. So there is indeed, you need to do at least one. Interesting. I didn't actually read that earlier, but I'm glad I read it now. You see, I'd been practicing with a pit stop anyway, so it didn't bother me too much. I think, though, I'm going to actually maybe extend it out to another lap. I'll see how this lobby feels, and we'll talk about it. And once again, here we go. This stupid fucking montage. Honestly, man, this thing just annoys the shit out of me, and I don't know why, but it just irks me. We'll never understand that fucking thing. Anyway, this will probably be the last one I actually do for today. So, strap in, enjoy. I was going to say, was I going to be the only one who's revving their engine? So, the NSX is in front of me right there, and I think if I can take him early on and not get caught up in a battle, everything should be okay. Everything should go to plan. Now, I get off the line okay, like I genuinely have a bit of speed behind me. But then we sort of lack a little bit in the middle, and then we pick up a little bit more at the top end of the entire speed. So it's interesting to see that. Now, that's a good reason. I was actually about to talk about this when it came to it. Ghosting is a very, very... someone left. Within the first corner shunt, he's just gone. My only question is, was that the NSX or was that the Supra? Now, the problem is I have two Supras now on me. Well, it's not so much a problem, it is a bit of a concern. Big concern now with me being in front. I am basically setting the pace here, and I will be setting the laps and the rules for the pit stops. So what I want to do, I just want to get out nice, and I don't want to really worry about it too much. So here we go, into the bus stop for the first time. Oh, we're in nice and tight and deep, and let's go out the other side. So you'll see it's just going to start flickering around, and it does actually have a lot better top end speed than I do, which is somewhat terrifying. So I've got better middle ground. So, I'm really not too sure how their fuel will go for them. I really don't know. Fuel and tyres, the tyres are their biggest weakness, if I remember rightly. If they're not smart with them, of course. Which, let's be fair, they're not really, but they're also not fighting me and they're not fighting each other. So, it could be an interesting part of this. But once those two get together, because they will be getting together, they're either going to understand the mission and go straight after me, or they're going to argue with each other and just absolutely balls it. And I'm kind of hoping for them to just absolutely balls it up. Like, proper just fuck it up. Well, that's just me. Like, I don't want anyone to die, obviously. I just want them to not be so close to me. And taking out a bunch of, that could have been terrible there. Try this real quick here. That was a great corner, but he actually has caught me a little bit, and he knows it too, so... I am glad I talked myself into doing another race. A 148.7, and I got a 148.9. So the one actually behind second place is the one who got the fastest lap. Which honestly kind of shocks me a lot. I'm not seeing a lot of shit out of him just yet, but that'll come into play very shortly as we hit the bus stop another time. And did I get through it cleanly enough? Yes, I did. Something happened and he's now dropped back a fair bit. And I don't know what's happened. So these guys might not end up hitting. Tyre bundle again, it's already killed me once today. If you're just joining in, hello and welcome to the stream of the Manufacturers World Cup Round 2, where we've seen some tumultuous results from me. I'm not going to lie about that because it's been hectic. Basically, every single lobby that I've been in tonight has only been 4 people in here. So I'm getting gifted by God, thank fuck for that, by the racing gods, I should say. And, the first race I did was not very eventful. Like, it didn't work out as well as I wanted to. Within the second lap, I'd hit the tyre bundle on turn 1, and that was the end of that race. Like, it really didn't progress much further from there. And that's okay. However, this race has gone a lot better for me. First and second place off the very start of the race actually got together and smacked into each other going into the first corner because they just forgot how to drive. Now that's all well and good, but it gave me the chance to sneak into first and so far I've had no one really challenging me for this, so I'm kind of happy about it. Hopefully, and I do mean this, hopefully they will try and pit first. Theoretically, last place should just hit first, but he probably won't. He might not, who knows, we'll see how it goes. They are catching me, it's only because they've got more of the top speed on me. 47.9, that's fucking awesome. I really wish I didn't have to pit, but, you know, I will have to pit eventually, so. Fair play. It is anyone's game still. I know for a fact that I will not be able to catch them once we do pit, so. Once again, third place there is really pushing. See, I kind of want to see if old mate in last place will hit, but they're all probably waiting for me, and it depends on what they're gonna do. 30-second gap or something like that to the pits, so who the fuck knows? Oh, they're gonna try and overtake each other. They're actually gonna fight. And here's the interesting part. Is old mate here, who is lapping slightly quicker than me, is he actually going to overtake me? Or will I hold him just at bay long enough to do something else? I don't know. What I do know is that I need to pit within the next 2 to 3 laps. That's what I do know. If you've just joined, remember there is a minimum one pit stop here, so you have to at least pit one time and hope for the best. Maybe 7th, maybe 7th going into the 8th lap I'll be able to pit. I just need to see what these guys will be doing. Old mate back there, the quicker one out of the two, he is flying as we speak. So we're going to quickly fly it on into here. Oh, wow, hold it. Here we go. Let the turbo just ring out right there. You can hear the noise of it. He's quick. This bloke really is fast. So what I'm going to do is go one more lap, and then I'm going to pit in. I'm just going to fucking vlog it in now. Hopefully he goes in this lap. His tyres are actually, their tyres are going to be worse than mine ever will be because of how much they've been fighting. As long as I can hold him at bay. Now, it all depends. That car is really quick. I think that's the NSX. However, I don't care because I need to pit this lap. Oh, he's right on my wing. You can actually see that. That's fucked. It shouldn't be now. I believe it's the NSX. So fast through there, but I've got to pit this lap. So let's see if they follow on. Let's see if they don't. Something may have gone on within his head, so I had to find out. Here we go. Aha. Interesting. There it is, 11.5. Now they're not actually that far away from me, luckily. It's a 40-second pit stop. And as long as everything still goes to plan, I should be well and truly within that 40 seconds. Hopefully. Get some of the rubber off these new tires, and honestly it's kind of terrifying because this is where I need to now push hard, and I do mean it. So they could just add more fuel in. You know, if you wanted to do that, you could. You don't have to add fuel if you don't want to make it. I'm well and truly though within that particular range though, and the best part is if they don't pit, they actually get penalised. So I would come first if they don't both pit, and if only one pits, then everyone moves up a place. So, 5 laps remaining. have no idea how to feel. It's kind of the truth. I don't know how to feel. I guess I'm kind of just numb inside, if you will. Either way, it's still a better result than last race, and we're about to find out if it's about to get any better. So, you know, if I can't get first place, I know for a fact I've got second in the bag. It takes a full 20 seconds for the whole, you know, pit stop to actually be done and dusted. So, I'm not too worried. Should be, but I'm kind of not. Let's see. Still haven't hit it. Now, unless they're going to be cheap cunts and pit on the last lap, which I don't know if you're allowed to do or not. Getting too close to that wall. I know it. I can feel it. I have no idea how I didn't just overdrive it into that corner there, and I kind of did in a sense, like it didn't feel right. Oh wow, I haven't hit a 147.4 in a while, so it's going to be interesting. Still need to know if they're going to pit. With only 3 laps remaining, surely those tyres are dying, like, and your fuel's getting real low too. Surely something's going on here, something has to budge. As I said, those tyres, there it is, that's my ticket, let's go. He's not going to pit either. I need to get on the other side of this course. Can we do it though? That is the only question I have, and I don't think we can. No, you bastard! Fuck off, don't flash your lights at me, bro, you lost the corner. Now the hard part is obviously keeping this particular place, because every man wants it, but not every bloke can have it, so here we go. I actually don't even care if the old mate in there doesn't even pit, but he has pitted, so that's fine. snuck up the inside even though there really wasn't much room. That was a very nice, he knew exactly what was coming. You bastard. The car just didn't respond. I think that's it. Unless we can get it back. We have one whole lap remaining. Technically two, actually. 14 and 15, so 2 laps. What can we do? Not a whole lot, really. We needed that. Man, you need to give room. I'm going to protect that inside edge. And the outside. Everything I'm doing here is legal. In the blocking stages at least, I only made one move. Oh, sneaky, but don't barge me. Why is the slipstream not working? Force him into it. Let's go. Fuck out of here! Make that mistake, motherfucker! Let's go! fucking win, baby. Let's go. Fucking A. Let's go. I don't understand that, mate. Speak English. Cool. That was fun. Well, and on that note, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all very much for watching the stream. I hope you all enjoyed, and we'll see you all next time. Goodbye.